I'll start off with a general question about your season so far. How do you rate it? How do you rate how things have started for you?
For me personally, I think, just ticking the boxes slowly. I think just one by one, trying to make each week better. I know, like, obviously when you start a season, you obviously want to be fit and healthy for a season, and I think that's been going well for us. And then for us as a club, like as a team, going week in, week out, we thought as a team, defensively, we've been pretty good. And then, attackingly, we've been pretty scrappy, discipline-wise, coming out of yardage and that. But I think we've been building very nicely with that. So, it's been pretty good.
I guess you're saying about the attack being a bit scrappy, but you've had a few changes, haven't you, because of injuries, which maybe you didn't have last year?
Yeah, I think, it's been... credit to the boys that have been coming in and doing the job there, like obviously coming in and just being ready to play. But, I think that's been a big thing for us. Is obviously last year we were lucky enough to come away with injuries, and we know obviously rugby league's that type of sport. So so it's been something we've been sort of trying to be preparing for, and I think we've been handling it very well.
You've been at the halves yourselves. We've seen you obviously clearly in the centres. We've seen you at fullback as well last year for Warea, but in the halves. Just explain how that happened. Other than the injuries, how did that happen? Why was it you?
It was sort of tossed up in the pre-season if anything goes south. So it was like, chuck you in there for a couple of sessions. Yeah. So I went in there, went all right, and then which was probably good for us because obviously. 2 rounds in, I'd played 2 games. Three rounds in, played two games there. So, I think us sort of practicing that in the preseason sort of just narrowed my focus on just sort of still playing at my strengths, and I think that's what we've done well. But I think when Willie sort of tossed it up, I told him, I think no matter where he plays me, I'm going to put my best foot forward. Go my hardest and try not to let him or my teammates down, and that's what I try to do week in, week out.
Did you have much experience of being in the halves previously in your career?
I'd say it'd be pretty similar to how it's been here. Almost none, and then all of a sudden we get a couple of last minute changes, and it's just I think me being around for so long, understanding the game, you sort of like, I know losing Tyrone, he's a good organiser, but for me to go in there, I told my teammates, and you're not expecting anything like Tyrone. I'm just there for another support player, but it's been good. I've been doing, I think, nearly every club I've been at, I've been maybe a handful of games there.
Do you have to adapt? I'll rephrase that. How much do you have to adapt your game when you shifted like that?
I think obviously going into the game and thinking what our game plan is and the way opponents defend. I don't think it's too much. It's more just like giving someone else a role, letting them know where I am. I think that was the main thing. I sort of got so the first week I wasn't really supporting and trying to play flat and fast around that's where a lot of spine players do, and then the second week you sort of look back and so that's where I thought going into the second week was a lot better, but I think that just takes away sort of like trying to do all the tough stuff, and so tried not to take all that away from my game and that, but suppose just a lot more talk was probably the change.
So you're back in the centres against St Helens, a great win for you, but so early in the season, can you put that win in context for us?
I think it was obviously Saints as a high team to go after. They're one of the benchmarks. They're up there with Wigan. So I think always going up against them, it's always good to come away with a win, especially being away makes it a bit more enjoyable, I think, or like, in saying enjoyable, I mean like satisfying with the win, getting away 2 points away, and I think going into a team like them, the way their forward pack and the way they've been going. No matter who they put in front of them, they've got talent across their team. So I think that was a good little confidence to sort of see where we're at the moment. So
how big a change will it be this weekend? A different kind of challenge for you against Oldham in the Challenge Cup?
We don't want to change too much. I think what set the game in the weekend against St Helens was our start, and we want to do that this weekend. You want to do it every weekend, but when you start like that, you obviously sort of get a head start in that kind of way, and takes a lot of energy out of other teams. And they're obviously a good side. They've got players that have played Super League and are good players. Obviously, they wouldn't. Well, they wouldn't be in this far in the Challenge Cup if they weren't a good side. So, we'll be expecting them to come out and be ready, fired up, and throwing a lot at us.
We were saying to your coach as well after your experience in the previous round against York, you know that a championship club can really be a test for you.
Yeah. York really. We knew York was going to come out like that, and the way we started, we like I said, defensively we were good. Attacking, we just sort of try to go through the motions, just think it was going to come easy, and then they forced us in a couple of errors and everything, and then that just gave them more energy. And I don't think we can afford to start like that against this team.
Tell us about your record in the Challenge Cup. What memories have you got? Just looking back at it, what you've achieved so far in the Challenge Cup, where do you sort of see that in your aims for the year, let's say?
I think last year was a bit disappointing. I know when we lost last year to Wigan, it was the boys we're filthy on each other, and for me it was sort of like a first experience in the Challenge Cup, and obviously in it, and then you knew how much it meant to the boys. Like even with me, it was a loss is a loss. I don't like losing, and but even seeing them, they spoke about what it means to the club and what it means over here. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to the end of it, but don't want to think too far ahead, but I wouldn't mind winning one of them.
Have many of your teammates spoken about that Wembley experience from a couple of years ago?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Last year we pretty much had the same team. There weren't too much different from our squad from the year when they made the Wembley team, so they were saying how good of a weekend it was for them, and even the build up into the game, they were just wanting to be there again, and obviously where the club wants to go. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that, and hopefully I could do my job to help us get there.
You hear about overseas players saying that when they were younger they used to get up early and watch the Challenge Cup. Was that ever part of your viewing schedule as a younger man?
Well, to be fair, because I grew up in a small town in Gisborne, in New Zealand, and that's more of a rugby union. So I was rugby union till I didn't really watch the Warriors as well. So that's our home team until I was about 16, and then obviously started playing, and then I had teammates coming over here, and then ex-players that were playing over here, like Stacey Jones come and played for Catalan and that, and then so it sort of started watching it and just seeing how much they enjoy it. And then it's not until you get here you understand how much it actually means to everyone here. Everyone talks about how the fans get behind it and how much passion they have in it. And I just thought, everyone does it. You go to a game, it's busy and it's noisy, but this is a different type of noise over here and what it means. So, even last year, my first full season here, and the way every crowd, especially our KR crowd, the way they are home's incredible, and then they even travel away. So, I think that makes it more special as well.
And finally, just going back to the team that you're part of this year, you've got a new partner on the wing with Tom Davis. How's that developing?
Yeah, it's been very good actually. He's a man. You can't keep him quiet. He's always chatting, no matter whether it's on or off the field. But he's a good person to have around. He's an awesome bloke off the field. So you could just imagine on the field, he likes to do all the tough stuff. So that makes it even better. I think because he understands the game very well. He's been around a long time. He keeps me in the game, I suppose, with how much he talks to me. So, yeah, it's been... And he's very close to Tyrone. So him and Tyrone have built a good relationship over the few years. So I'm just in between them two. And so it's made my job a lot easier.